כמה כוכבים שנפלו עכשיו עבדו לי מילים עוברות שנים לידינו פוגשים אנשים ארמונות וערים.
Congregation Bethel is a house of learning, celebration, and spirit. Its mission is to be home for every soul.
The synagogue has been the place that we go to for all of our life cycle events.
I learned everything I know about Judaism from going to Bethel every week.
For more than 550 Jewish families in San Diego, the synagogue, now 60 years old, is a center for prayer, education, and social engagement.
You see some very great leadership in the synagogue. I think that inspires all of us to try to do a little bit better ourselves.
Today, Bethel's expansive campus includes a sanctuary, community hall, and Torah school. But 60 years ago, none of this existed. The 17-acre site was home to horses and a muddy polo field, and Congregation Bethel was housed in a duplex in this Claremont neighborhood.
Actually, Bethel began with 12 families, a group of women who became a sisterhood, wanting to educate their children, wanting to form a Jewish community, meeting at a garage in Claremont.
There was a group of ladies that were curious, how many Jews would there be in Claremont? And I thought, why don't we advertise Mahjong players? And so they advertised for Mahjong players, and they got quite a turnout.
Eva and Perry Nuremberg joined the congregation in 1960. Eva soon became a driving force in the sisterhood, and Perry wrote the original Bethel newsletter.
We're proud because when we came, it was a small congregation, and we were part of the group that built it up.
Another early member, Phil Shapiro, helped broker the deal for the 17-acre site in La Jolla. The sale was the challenge of a lifetime in a community that, in those days, did everything possible to keep Jews out.
Jews were just restricted. No Jews at the beach and tennis club. There was no bar mitzvahs, of course. There were no Jewish weddings in this town.
That anti-Jewish sentiment lost ground when leaders of the up-and-coming university and the prestigious Salk Institute demanded change.
I got introduced to Jonas Salk, and he told some people that if they don't cooperate with us coming here, he'll move his Salk Institute out of here.
Our founders were working hard to build Jewish community and were successful. They needed to expand so that they could welcome others into the community. When Bethel relocated to this campus, they were joined by others who shared those same values, the love of Judaism, the value of tzedakah, and helped to build this campus.
All of our sons were married at Bethel, and our grandchildren were bar mitzvah there. So it's an important part of our life.
Joan and Erwin Jacobs joined Bethel when they moved to La Jolla in 1970. They were key donors in building the community hall, which for years served as Bethel's sanctuary.
I think Congregation Bethel also played a very important role, of course, in forming a Jewish community and allowing everybody to have a place to go, meet, as well as for worship.
And the quality of the leadership at Bethel has been very stimulating intellectually. I think they've picked good rabbis to lead the congregation, and that's something that I've always been very proud of.
Andrew and Erna Viterbi also joined Bethel in the early 70s. With a passion for education, the Viterbis made Bethel's Torah school the focus of their philanthropy.
Well, what I'm most proud of course, is where Bethel is today, and accomplishment of especially the last decade or so, where our community has really blossomed, and we've had so many wonderful events.
I just think Bethel has been a real support system, especially to our family in the last few years. It's been a place of comfort and solace.
It's a community that supports us, and we support it.
It really instilled in me the kind of Jewish community and Jewish values that I actively seek in my life now.
Philanthropists Rod and Gloria Stone and their son Ryan took a leadership role in building the sanctuary, Bethel's central place of prayer.
The synagogue is a focal point for many people, and without it, probably for most Jews, Judaism would not survive.
Years ago, the Stones also stepped forward to sponsor Project Outreach, a program that supplemented the cost of joining the synagogue for many young families.
I think that the program allowed these families to have an opportunity to see what a synagogue is all about and all the programming. And once they realize how informative it is and how beneficial it is to their family, they realized that they wanted to remain.
Project Outreach helped Bethel grow. The program was so successful, it became a model for synagogues across the country.
I think it's fulfilling for a human being to give back.
For us, the synagogue was extremely important and will always be important in our lives, and hopefully in the lives of our kids and our grandkids and their kids for generation upon generation.
The builders did their part. They knew that we could have an ever stronger Jewish community. Well, now it's up to us. We need to do our part now. We can't wait for others.
These three families, along with many others, have helped pave the way for us to ensure that our beautiful and sacred Kehillah remains vibrant for the next 60 years and beyond. L'dor, l'dor.